To be fair, no. I don't think it was that bad. I mean, I haven't finished the game yet, but I mean, yes, it has a lack of story, but I mean, that's not the end all be all. Here's the thing. I bought the game with the intent to just go around and do random bullshit. I didn't buy the game with the intent to like expect a Red Dead Redemption level story, you know what I mean? Like sorry, I'm trying to find the right angle here. But yeah, no, I didn't have an issue with it. I mean, it's a really good game. It's fun to get new powers and it's fun to explore. For sure, it's fun to explore. The world is massive. I mean, you can go on TikTok and look at the comments of any Crimson Desert video and see how people have spent like 200 hours plus in the starting area because there's so much stuff to do. And I agree, there's a lot to do. There's a lot of fun bosses. There's a lot of cool areas to explore. There's a lot of secrets. One thing I will say is that people say the game doesn't hand things to you and like tell you what to do, but it does. You just gotta pay attention. So I mean, I really do think the game isn't as complex as people think. Um, if I were to give you an honest rating, I'd give it a 7 to an 8 out of 10. 7 because the lack of story, but an 8 because the exploration is so redeeming. And I know people hear that and go like, "Oh, whatever." Like it's just up to how you experience it, I guess. But if you go to any other reviews of trusted sources, at least, so not IGN, but if you go to any reviews of trusted sources of the game itself, most people would say story is shit, everything else is fire. I like to call it video game of the game because you can do so much in here. You can catch animals, you can catch flies, you can sell them. Different shops give you more money based off what you're selling. Like it has an economy, you know. Like you can invest gold bars and they'll accumulate value over time. So there's that. Um, and anything worth exploring is worth exploring. Like if you look at something and go, "Ooh, I want to see that," you're not gonna go over there and be like, "Oh, this was a pointless endeavor." No, like you're gonna go over there and be like, "Oh, I did something while exploring this area," and it's cool. I think the exploration is amazing. I think the combat is awesome. I think all the RPG elements are amazing. The story is shit. It's not absolute shit. If you go into it not expecting high things, it's a mid story. 5 out of 10 story at best. At the best. Worst, 1 to 2 out of 10. But it's nothing crazy. It's enough for you to go get thrusted into the world and have fun just doing random shit in the world. So if you want a RPG sandbox where you just continue to get a whole bunch of powers, buy the game. It's fun. It's cool. Is it worth $70? There's a middle ground. If you go into it buying it knowing that you're not gonna get a great story, but you're gonna get great exploration, shit, it might even be a 10 out of 10. But if you go expecting it to be a full class AAA, it got a story, it has fun elements of gameplay, fun combat, and everything, you're not gonna get that. But what you will get is a game that knows what it is, knows it's fun to play, knows that its scenery is beautiful because it made it intentionally to be beautiful. You're going to get a game that knows that you just want to level up and get more abilities. You're going to get a game that you're going to stumble across puzzles that you are probably going to have to look up because they're so complex and it does not tell you what to do. And if you understand that, it's fine. If you don't want a game that gives you an unlimited amount of creativity but also doesn't tell you how to use that creativity, this game might not be the one for you. But if you want to go into a world where you think that like if you want to go into a world that's living, and if you want to go into a world that's just so dense. Not even dense. What is the word? Like, has so much stuff to be explored and uncovered. If you want to, this game is Red Dead Redemption without the story. That's how I will give it. That's what I'll say. It's Red Dead Redemption without the story. So think exploration, trying to get more money, cool side quests, cool characters that you might not run into if you're on a different path or whatever. You know, there's a lot of random shit that's going to happen based off what you're doing. Does that mean it's a great or perfect or good game? No, it just means that it's a game. And I can't get mad at that because nowadays games are so hard to come by. Like actual good just games. Games that you sit there, you play, you have fun, you log off. Nowadays games have such a big agenda. They want you to do this. They want you to do that. They want you to blah, 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 blah. This game knows what it is. That's why I'll give it an 8 out of 10 max. Because Crimson Desert knows what it is. And it knows what it's supposed to be. And it knows what it's supposed to do. So when you buy Crimson Desert, understand, you're not going to get a great story. But you're going to get a lot of cool, random bullshit to do. And you're going to get some cool abilities. And you're going to get some cool fighting. And you're going to get some cool whatever. On console, its performance is not the best. I would recommend turning off enhanced ray tracing. On PC, it looks amazing with max settings if you have a good PC. But on console, I'd recommend turning off enhanced ray tracing and turn on sharpness or whatever the fuck that setting is called in the visuals. Yeah, 8 out of 10. It's good. It's fun. Story is mid, but it's enough for you to get lost in the world. And I think that's what matters. So is Crimson Desert as bad as people are saying? No, I don't think so. Is it a great game? No, it's all right. It's a cool game. If you have played enough RPGs that have a great story that you don't even care and you're just like, I just want a cool RPG where I can explore and run around and do random bullshit, this is your game. But if you've never played an RPG before and you're expecting something legendary, something that's going to change your output and how you look at life, I'm sorry, this game isn't going to do that. But I think that Kingdom Come Deliverance could probably do that for you if you really want to change your perspective on how the world is. But if you just want a good game to explore, climb shit, look for treasure, get more money, and get good weapons and cool armor, Crimson Desert is for you. If you want a story that is of substance and that is going to fulfill and nurture your spirit, this isn't the game for you. But is it as bad as people say? I personally don't think so. I think it's great. I think it's a fun game. Is it worth $70? See, I'm a business owner, so I can write that off as a tax write-off. But is it worth $70 for the average consumer? No. I'd probably pay $60, maybe even $55. I was even thinking about buying this game when it's on sale. But since technically it's a tax write-off, I was willing to buy it at full price. But is it worth $70? It depends on how you look at it. But it's a cool game. Solid. It's fun. Not a great story, as everybody will tell you. But what I can say is that if you could find a way to fill in those gaps, shit, it might even be a 10 out of 10 for you. Definitely not a 10 out of 10 for me. Not even remotely close. Not even a little bit. A 10 out of 10 for anything in any medium is insanely hard to achieve in my eyes. There's only a few 10 out of 10 products, such as movies or games, that I can think of that even now, I don't fully remember what they are. But if I were to watch them, I'd be able to tell you, oh yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. Is Crimson Desert a 10 out of 10? No. It's a good game, though. It's fun. So do with that what you will.